What's up, everybody? My name is Godzy, and welcome back to another episode of Caconia When They Cry, Phase 1 for you, the replaceable ones. Last episode, we met all the characters a little bit better, got to know them all a little bit more than their tiny blurbs in episode 2, or I guess chapter 2, but it was also episode 2, so check that out if you haven't yet. There is a playlist, which should help. Yes, so, we got to know everyone a little bit better, and, including Meow, holy fuck. Meow had a little bit of a time thingy going on, where, like, an evil version of, or a version of himself from the future, I guess, was basically saying, yeah, you're gonna kill Lingji, you're also gonna kill Kashka. Hope you don't mind that. Which, yep, that's fucked. That's something weird. What's going on with Aisha's portrait here? Like, the cropping is, not right. Part of her hat is missing, but, yeah, and then the rest of the episode, actually, the majority of the episode, we just read all these bios, got to know all these characters well enough. We quote-unquote, learned their special abilities, totally didn't just read them and, forget them until they actually use them in the game. All I know is that, like, Meow has... Also, his portrait's kind of fucked up right now. I don't know if that's just a bug. It's probably just a bug. There's some... Yeah, Naima... These two seem to have something weird going on with theirs, too. These three might, but I can't tell at this range. Yours... You have red up there. Is that just because of your hair accessory? Probably. But yeah, I know Meow has one ability, or actually two abilities. Yeah, someone else has the cluster missile guidance. I think it's her? It is not. Is it? It's one of these three, isn't it? Wasn't it? Or maybe it was one of these three? I know someone had that. Cluster something or other. Or maybe it was... She has... I know she has one. Okay, she's the one with the clusters. Then there's also Friendly Observation, which I think was her. No? Who had Friendly Observation? I cannot tell anywhere. Maybe none of them have it. I swear to God, someone had that friendly guidance thing, right? Didn't somebody? I don't remember. Could be someone. But yeah, we got to know all these characters a little bit better. The only special ability I remember is that these three all have some weird finishing combo thingy. So that's cool. And we did a little bit of thinking about who the pieces of the kings could be. I'm not entirely convinced that one of them is Meow. It could be possible that Meow is their opponent's piece, but then in that case that would sort of imply Kashka and Lingji are pieces, which I don't think it's going to be that easy. I don't think any of these two are going to be the pieces, just due to that shit. The only group that I really thought that there could be one in is these three. One of these three, if I had to guess, I'd say, well, not Stefania. It'd be either Leah or Fatma, more than likely... Maybe Leah? I don't know, but yeah, and we also read up on all the different groups. The Arctic Ocean Union, the Central Ocean Union, the Abrahamic Brother Nations, so we'll just call that Europe, and the Africa Commonwealth Realm, and Latin America. So, yeah, that's interesting. Are there only 5 countries in the world then? Because it's like, these are all treated as different countries, not just as unions, right? So, interesting. And Carol Poyo, who is absolutely fucking hilarious. Uninstallation resistance. He is the strongest character in this game. So yeah, we did all that, and did small theories and stuff, and yeah, that's all we did. So, let's just continue then, because what else would I do? Theorize more about who the pieces are? We barely know these characters, so there's no point in doing that. Okay, let's start from our designated positions one more time. And let's focus more on our coordination this time. Unlike a super genius like me, the others are gonna need some repeated practice. I've been covering for your little super genius screw-ups this whole time, Meow. Yeah. You can't treat Gravemole like we're drones, Jaden. Jeez. I guess you can't keep up with the superb movement ability Meow and I have. There's no point saving a second of time if your coordination suffers. I know you're a super genius, so pay a little more attention to what's behind you. Even a super genius can't do anything without support from his comrades. And anyway, I see so much inefficiency in your trajectory data. You keep putting unnecessary strain on your internal AMS. You got yelled at. You're definitely a super genius, Jaden. You're so much of one that you can't coordinate with normal people like us. Uh-oh. Meow suddenly entered lecture mode, Meow. And when he lectures, he keeps sending over specific data, so he can't fight back. Meow. Second Lieutenant Meow. Master Meow, I'm so sorry. So please hit stupid slow Chloe with more and more relevant data. Chloe is the weirdest character in the game so far. And, well, actually, maybe not, but she's one of them, that's for sure. Looks like Chloe's reliving her past trauma, Meow Meow. Hold on, I just realized, fucking Meow. Did I ever say that Wilja probably has something to do with Burncastle? I don't know if that ever came to my mind beforehand, but the fucking meows, and yeah, that kind of cements something, doesn't it? That she has probably something to do with Burncastle? I mean, she doesn't at all look like her. Her eye color's different, her hair color's different, her name is completely different. I don't think Burncastle is a Finnish name either. If anything, it's probably a German name, and I don't think anyone's from Germany, are they? Japan, America, Sweden, Canada, Russia. If anyone's from Germany, it's in this little group. Iraq, Poland, France, Israel, Turkey, Romania. So yeah, none of them are. So that's great. Meow, if you don't put your lectures on hold and resume training, the instructor... Oh shit. You brats! What are you slacking off for? This always happens when I turn my back for a second! You're the one who slacked off and took a break, instructor. Did you say something, Koska? I don't think he heard you, so I'll text it to him, Meow Meow. You fool! Chloe! Why am I... Ow, instructor? Your time hasn't improved at all! You ended up looking that pathetic at the festival because you aren't taking this seriously! What is this, a private chat? Why is it red? Can I trust this text? I don't think it was bad enough to be called pathetic. That asshole's probably been saying things like, they'll definitely win first place. They've got me training them to his higher-ups, raising the bar for no reason. I agree. I'm not sure I like having a record like that dismissed so easily. Dummy! Stupid Okanogi! Meow meow meow! You shouldn't say things like that! Stupid Chloe just self-destructed. What's that, Chloe? You got something you'd like to say to me? Oh. It's nothing. I'm so sorry, instructor. Even in a world where you can talk to people with your brain, you can sometimes self-destruct and say shit out loud. Accidents, like speaking out loud when you're trying to badmouth someone mentally right in front of their face, are an everyday occurrence in this world. Oops. So it's just like Date and Aiba, I guess. That being said, some kids can do the high-level technique of saying what they really think, then pretending it was on accident. Was Chloe one of them? Maybe. It doesn't look like she got hit for that. Warcat, Gravemole, to your positions! Gunhild, raise the AI level by 3. Roger that. Level up to 3, roger that, boyo. Listen up. In the end, it isn't about logic, it's about beating it directly into your bodies. Empty your minds and repeat it again and again. Chloe, begin the countdown. Enemy AI has been adjusted. Chloe, go ahead. Then I'll begin the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Battle simulator, let's go, Poyo! Oh shit. Meow's data-packed lecture mode was definitely harsh, but it was much better than those old instructors' baseless theories on the supremacy of fighting spirit. Kids of the Cellcom era thought of everything as data and numbers, but old world thinking was full of abstract, emotional, spiritual, and guts-based arguments. Sheesh, Meow's accurate data store lectures are better than this. And again, it's like the difference between being pushed out a 10-story window or an 11-story window.
Hey, Super Genius, concentrate! I'm watching your data so I can tell. Get ready for a big review meeting after this. And don't run away.
Seriously? Even the super genius Jaden, who didn't know how to be discouraged, was apparently hit hard by Meow's lectures. And so, once again, the young Gauntlet Knights trained in all sorts of ways until they were worn out. So now what happens? Oh, back here. Sheesh. Our instructor's weird fighting spirit logic really pisses me off. Yeah, we basically have the same voice, it's only a little different. Because I have Ryuji, and you have Shimada, which is just this, but way more over the top. People without talent are always quick to start talking about fighting spirit. What voice did I give you again, Ishak? It was kind of like, I can't describe it, but I kind of remember what it sounds like. How do I do it? Hey, I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk about our princess behind her back. So you have no complaints when everything's explained to you logically, Jaden? Well, you can still go too far, yeah? Ever since the It's a Wrap public bath party, this virtual room had become a meeting place for Gauntlet Knights regardless of nationality. Whenever the young hit it off, it usually doesn't take long for them to become friends. And getting to hear or tell stories to people from different environments is a very precious thing for the young hearts. That's cool. The majority of parallel processors were women, so the Gauntlet boys were a minority. Really? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh shit, yeah, there are not that many. Damn. So either they're a minority because women are just naturally better at it, or Ryukishi just had more ideas for female designs, which I can understand, I guess. So there's 26 total, only 7 are guys, assuming we can count these two, which I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. Today had become a rare all-boy gathering. I suppose all factions are the same. Middle-aged men who act all important are always scum. Her COU instructor's scum too? I figured they'd be wise compared to our instructor. Woo! If they had a scummy instructor battle standard festival, our COU team would take golds in every event. At least they're a bit better than our ABN instructors, and that you're allowed to openly criticize them. I imagine that if you badmouth your instructors in the ABN, you'll get arrested on the spot, yes? In a country where you can't insult anyone to their face, you form a culture capable of insulting people without it sounding like you're insulting them. Sounds nice. So, for example, what would you say to an irritating superior officer who never shows any appreciation for their subordinates' work? It's our way to say the opposite of what we mean. Something like, I am truly grateful for the heartfelt support you always show me, instructor. Nice, I'll take it. A friend has arrived, Pollo! Oh, hello, Rethabeel. Ishak, Abdo, so you were lounging about here? Get back to our training. When it comes to training, fighting spirit and guts are vital. Be honored by the opportunity to sweat for my sake. Your Grace, thank you for your ever-present heartfelt support. Oh, what the fuck? Hello, Malwarebytes. We believe privacy is a universal right. Malwarebytes has partnered with Mulvad to offer you the online privacy you deserve. Ah, a VPN. That's lovely, except I don't care. If I ever get a VPN, it's gonna be, whichever one sponsors me first. I'm up for grabs, mates. Except you won't care. For which we are ever so grateful, Princess Rethabeel. Huh? Right. Very well, then. Abdo and Ishak are, like, already becoming some of my favorite characters in this game. Hell, the guys in general, like, all of them are fucking cool. Well, most of the characters are cool. There's not really any characters that aren't really growing on me yet. Like, I don't know. This group, I think I'm gonna need some getting used to. And I guess these... Well, Momotake hasn't really interested me too much, so this group kind of needs to keep up the pace a little. But I love the main 6. These 6 are all awesome. Andre's cool as hell. I don't know how I feel about these two. I feel like they could be fucking amazing characters. Well, I'd assume all of these characters are gonna be good by the end of this, obviously. I like this group a lot, too. It's probably this group that I like the most, outside of these 6, so far. It could change, of course, and then these groups are... I like them enough, at least, so that's good. In any era, getting to complain together and feel a sense of camaraderie is the best part of talking with close friends. Furthermore, they were used to background operation, so they could chat like this at any time, without having to worry about time zones or even what the other person was doing at that moment. It was a wonderful era they were in. In this era, high-quality sleep substitute drugs had been developed, so sleep was no longer necessary. Holy fuck! Humanity had effectively doubled the density and time in a human life. Holy hell. But of course it wasn't a perfect dream-like drug. It only freed you from the need to sleep. So if you wanted to maintain your concentration, you needed to rely on things like that ancient drug caffeine. Oh. If you tried to study for a test all night, you might not get sleepy, but you'd get bored and start hating it halfway through. For most people who didn't have anything they needed to do so badly that it was worth abandoning sleep, it wasn't really that valuable. After all, it can get pretty boring if you have no work or any desire to do anything until dawn, and you're incapable of feeling sleepy, even if you lay down. So this drug was only used regularly by the young, who could never find enough time to study and play. We'll see. I'd probably use that some nights. Like, I like sleeping, it's awesome, it feels great. But some nights it's just like, well, I'd rather keep doing shit, but it's 1 in the morning and I have school tomorrow, so oops. Thanks to that, the young lost the concept of time zones. They were always awake, so they could communicate with anyone regardless of day and night. Even if that person was on the other side of the planet. Jeez, I cannot fucking imagine how that would be. Being up all the time. The fact that they were capable of communication this rich was a powerful weapon in the young one's arsenal. Though some places did close down in the middle of the night, the shopping district was always open, even at this hour. Jaden can be seen in the nighttime shopping district, during a time range when only young people who loved the anti-sleeping drug were up and about. So, 2 a.m. Ah, damn it! For Jaden, all that complaining and laughing with friends in the public bath had made for a good change of pace. At least the part about complaining about instructors had. Meow! Go at least a little easy on me. His lectures are like a tornado of good points. I can't contradict him. So I wish... Ah, damn it! He couldn't call Meow a bastard or an asshole. All his points were right on the mark. When Jaden actually followed those suggestions, he noticed the difference clearly. All he could do then was lick the wounds that had been inflicted on Super Genius Jaden's pride. Me when I get an assignment back into my playwriting classes. He's a bit brutal. Like, I don't get bad grades in it, but it's like... he definitely points out things that are wrong, and they're all fair, so I can't get mad. He's a good teacher. A good professor. Are we war buddies from the same kate? Even if you're right, couldn't you say it a bit more nicely? Ugh. True to what Jaden had always claimed, he was enough of a genius ace to earn the super qualification. Ever since he was young, he had never been inferior to anyone around him in any way. However, that was when he'd been surrounded by what he called normal people. When surrounded by the best Gauntlet Aces, the ultimate collection of talent, he couldn't always be on top. Of that group, only Mitake Meow felt like a rival he might not be able to match. Even though until recently, Jaden had always focused on his own victory, achieving success again and again. It's because he's always looking at his opponent. While doing his best to achieve victory, Meow would simultaneously search to find out how he could counter his opponent's best. And he would accurately notice when those opponents did well or badly, even when said opponents didn't notice it themselves. Ah, right! After getting criticized again and again and again, there was no compliment at the end today. That's why I'm so down. Meow's lecture mode today was a rush of valid points and data as usual. But after I get beaten down, he's supposed to finish it with a compliment so I can look forward to hearing him make suggestions. And today, the instructor butted in. Meow's lecture mode got cut off. You're pathetic, Super Genius Jaden. Since when has my mood jumped all over the place because of every word that skinny pipsqueak says? Wait a sec. I'm obsessing over this way too much. Where the hell is he, London? How the heck did I get here? I checked with my mental display and saw that I had traveled several stations down. I didn't come to this place often. Still, if I wanted to totally reset my mood, coming to a part of the city I wasn't used to may have been just what I needed. I looked around. Information from countless shops flooded my brain. Of course, getting hit with a flood of information just leads to confusion, so I used one of my favorite information filters and simplified the data in my vision. When I did, a nearby game center was marked as recommended. Oh yeah? I found a recommended spot according to your tastes. It's the game salon Armageddon, boyo! Rating 4 stars, safety 4 stars, cleanliness 3 stars. This was my first time going to this place, but it didn't look bad. And according to its description, one of its popular games had just received an update. Nice! It's been a while since I filled this high score list with my name. Okay. Jaden's from the United States, so is he in the United States, or is he in Japan? Where is he? In this era, even game centers were decorated like fancy Victorian-style salons on the inside. However, the lines of beautifully adorned sofas had a lot of wiring, like a military simulator. In an era with mental displays, anyone could play games even during class without anyone knowing. However, the locations called game centers were a bit different. In addition to the mental display, they also projected the game screen on a spatial display. Why? Isn't it obvious? To show off your skill to people you've never seen before. Stop. You're making me feel bad. Of course, even in this era, game live streams on the internet were alive and well, I figured. You could interact with them in many ways, including voice and text. No! That'd be bad. Like, I'm not a popular streamer, obviously, but I watched YouTube highlights of a few of them, and if their chat was able to speak, that would be exploited. However, some demanding young people felt that there was no replacement for the sensation of seeing live reactions. Because of these people, relics from the old world like game centers still existed, and boldly so, despite how far civilization had advanced. Good live gameplay requires a crowd of young people to watch. They get to have a great time, cheering and or showing their disappointment in an exaggerated manner. That takes me back! I remember when I'd go into game centers where all the neighborhood brats hung out. He bought a drink as a substitute for the entry fee, then sat down in a random empty seat. Gloomy people vaguely lacking in self-confidence might sit in the corner, even though they wanted to be seen. However, Super Genius Jaden wasn't like that. He'd sit openly in the throne right in the middle, left open because of that special Japanese brand of embarrassment that they call humility. So he is in Japan. His SOCOM immediately informed him that it had successfully connected to his seat. Then the display told him that he could benefit from a promotional campaign if he entered his Kazuna ID. Actually, he'd had his Kazuna set to off. If he hadn't, then a friend would have heartlessly messaged him, regardless of whether he was feeling neurotic or depressed. At that moment, he wanted some time to himself, so he didn't activate Kazuna and chose not to participate in the promo. Well, if I get an ultra high score and expose my ID, I'll get so many friend requests from people I don't know. It'll be a pain. What a pain. In any era, if you carelessly expose your personal information, you'll get a rush of weird direct mail and sales calls. Yep. Well, I mean, like, Kazuna ID. Well, okay, yeah, no, it didn't say Kazuna ID. Your personal information, yeah. I buy something on Best Buy and suddenly, here's an email, here's an email, here's an email. None of them are as bad as Dell, though. Dell sends me physical catalogs, which are nice, but they also send me email. Like, stop sending me 3 emails a day. How you liking your Dell Inspiron 14? I stopped using it. I got a better one. The Dell Inspiron 14 sucks. Okay, let's do this. Hilarious, right? A Gauntlet Knight got depressed by his training, so to shake it off, he started playing a game about Gauntlet Knights. Gauntlet Knights, who could fly unassisted and dominate a battlefield on their own, were what kids around the world wanted to become. So there were many games that simulated being a Gauntlet Knight. This was also a useful way in all countries to find people with high aptitudes. For that reason, games like this were placed in game centers all over the world. I love flying solo! No need to keep perfect pace with a noisy partner. This game was a much lower quality than the military simulator, but it was more than good enough to work as a game. Furthermore, all his experiences from normal training would come back to him, and the realism could be supplemented by his brain and become pretty intense. This was his first time playing at this game center, so we'd run through the tutorial first and get a feel for this particular location. Now to select the difficulty level. Easy, normal, hard? Yeah, right. I'll boldly flick my mental tablet. The word hard instantly shot off the top of the screen, which scrolled down to the no handholding settings like ultra hard and nightmare. The one I chose was the last one, Real Gauntlet Knight. Ooh. Well, I am one! What do you expect? Let's go. I'll show them I'm a super genius! No way! Is he really doing it on real? Is he crazy? He's got all his controls set to manual! If he's on real, what's he gonna do about the Stage 7 boss's missile barrage? The Stage 7 boss was modeled off the Atlantis, the ACR Combined Military Super Fortress class segmented warship. It was made up of 7 connected Super Fortress class warships, meaning it was more than just a ship. It was a fortress on the sea. A barrage of countless missiles was being launched from there, drawing a beautiful geometric shape that dazzled any who saw it. Here I go! Ah! Whoa, awesome! Look at him move! Crap, I feel sick just watching this. Is this guy a god? He magnificently dodged the countless guided missiles chasing after him, shooting them down with perfect accuracy, just like a missile matador. The excitement in the crowd reached a crescendo, and the noise made even passersby stop and look. When Jaden completed the game to the utmost excitement, he waved back at the cheering young people throughout the salon. Does no one recognize him? Are these people not recognizable or something? Woo! Thank you, thank you! Thanks for your support! This really does feel good. Thank God I came to this game center. Now that uneasy feeling is gone, Jaden sank deep into the sofa, enjoying the feeling and slowly sipped his drink. The excitement in the salon calmed down, and everyone went back to enjoying their own games or watching others. You register a Kizuna ID, you can take advantage of our Point Rally Start Dash campaign? It's because I was playing pretty well just now. They don't want to miss out because I'm an unregistered user. Okay, might as well register. I'll have to add a comment that I'm not taking friend requests. He set his Kizuna, which had been off, to on. He immediately received several ad emails. A friend has arrived, Poyo! Already? Who is it? Kizuna always displayed a message like that when a friend's avatar came to visit over the internet, or if a friend came near you in real life. This wasn't an avatar visit. Did that mean one of his friends was nearby? The friend sign was very close. Apparently I just didn't notice because I was set to off, but they seemed to be inside the store. It's a bit cold, not saying hi even though they're in the same game center. Who is it? Where are they? I had to check their friend sign through my mental tablet, but it suddenly disappeared. Now that it was gone, I had no way of knowing the person's name or where they were. Hey, that's creepy. In other words, a friend inside the store had realized that Jaden was nearby and had hurriedly set their Kizuna to off. That does tick me off a bit. I don't know who it is, but I think they need a good talking to. It's not something you do to your friends, right? I've got to give them a big lecture filled with valid points and lots of data, huh? I looked around the store. Okay, where are you hiding? There were more customers than usual at this time of day, partly due to the after effects of Jaden's super playing. This person probably knew who Jaden was, so if he set up camp in front of the store, they probably wouldn't come strolling out. He checked the store map from his Kizuna. There was one more route out of the store, the back door near the bathroom. Look, there's a shadow of a person rushing through, and clearly not someone who has to use the bathroom. Hey, wait! Hey, you're Meow, right? Hey, wait! He recognized the person from behind. It was definitely Mitake Meow, his partner from the War Cats. Though he could hear Jaden, he was hurrying away, trying to blend in with the shopping center crowd. Interestingly, he was leaving with a quick shuffling walk. Jaden, feeling that it'd be unfair to run after him, followed along with a similar shuffling walk. Wait, hey! Meow! Meow! Why are you shutting off your Kizuna and running away? It's creepy, man! Hey, is it something I did? Something during training just now? Did I do something so weird that it pissed you off? Meow continued that shuffling walk without turning around.
Jaden chased after him in the same way, calling out questions and complaints at Meow's back. To anyone watching this, it probably looked as though they were having a lover's quarrel. Hey, I may be a gentleman, but I've just about had it, okay? As expected, there was no response. However, Meow was Meow. Couldn't possibly be anyone else. After all, considering how long Jaden had been following them, someone other than Meow would have called the police by now. I've just about had it. You've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I've had enough. This time I'm the lecturer. I'll make Meow say he's sorry. Hey, wait. Meow! Ah! Jaden raced forward, grabbed Meow's thin arms, and forcibly spun him around. However, he seems sad. Meow? Huh? Crap. Did I really mistake him for someone else? No, that's clearly Meow. That's not possible. You're Meow, right? You are, aren't you? It's almost as though he was trying to convince himself, rather than interrogate this person. He did think it was Mitake Meow. His eyes and his nose and his mouth. Many bits of information made it clear that this was Meow himself. However, well, the atmosphere about him, or something Jaden couldn't really describe, was that of something that resembled Meow, yet wasn't. Only then, Jaden realized that Meow's whole demeanor was different from usual, and the color of his lips seemed more sensual or something. Okay. The skinniness of the shoulder he was grasping was definitely Meow's, but now that skinniness felt like something of the opposite sex. Could this be a girl who looked just like Meow? Wait! You're Meow, right? You are, aren't you? I'm not Meow. Liar! Then turn your Kizuna on! No. Crap, this totally looks like a couple fighting. The eyes of people walking by hurt. Jaden took the guy who was definitely Meow but claimed not to be. No, maybe this isn't even a guy. He took the kid into a nearby store and sat them down. By this point, a certain possibility had risen to Jaden's mind. I'm a super genius, so I don't really get it, but there aren't lots of Gauntlet Knight candidates. Now I've done it. Sorry. He had planned on making this person apologize, but in the end, Jaden was the one who apologized. You're one of those, aren't you? Your body is Mitake Meow, but you aren't, right? What? As though giving up, the person shut their eyes tight and gave a slight nod. What the hell? What does that mean? Sorry, I didn't know. To become a parallel processor, you needed to undergo a special training from a young age. However, that didn't mean all babies had equal amounts of talent. No matter how much one trained, some people couldn't become parallel processors, while some developed surprising amounts of talent with very little effort. It was well known that people with natural talents like this often developed a certain type of split personality. Multiple personality disorder, in its commonly known form, occurs when neural trauma creates a data partition in the brain and gives birth to a new personality, one that hasn't been influenced by the trauma, in order to protect one's mind. This is an acquired trait. However, in extremely rare cases, multiple personalities can appear as a congenital trait. Okay. Unlike acquired multiple personality disorder, its biggest identifying feature is that the personalities can be awake at the same time. It means that two consciousnesses can literally exist simultaneously in a single body. What? They can each think of and concentrate on different things. In fact, they can apparently even have verbal arguments with each other using the same mouth. Oh, fuck. Ooh, that's interesting. They truly are born parallel processors. As you might expect, the training they received at a young age was more effective for them than those with just a single personality. And this improved more the more personalities they had. Since Gauntlet Knights needed to be capable of parallel thinking, humans born with multiple simultaneous thoughts in the same brain made for incredibly suitable candidates. So, according to one theory, 30% of famous Gauntlet Knights, 60% according to a different theory, had this kind of congenital multiple personality disorder. Huh. Okay, so Meow has multiple personality disorder, is that what you're saying? That's interesting. Cause didn't Umineko do something that was kinda similar to, like, the truth of, Higurashi? Had something.
Like, it made jokes about... Yeah, it made a ton of jokes about diseases. And now this one's, well, actually incorporating multiple personality disorder into its story, so I don't really know. Furthermore, these people would feel hurt if you called it multiple personality disorder, so they were now referred to as CPPs, congenital parallel processors. Oh, I see. Didn't it say that he's one, then? Where would it have said that? It said CPP somewhere on one of these characters. Oh, one that was neither superior nor inferior to CPPs. Oh. Did it say it for anyone else? No. Doesn't look it. Doesn't look it. Nope, this would take a while, but I'm gonna check still. Nope. You have a second page right now. No. No. All I see is P3 and other acronyms. I don't see CPP on anybody. Doesn't look like it. Anywhere. I swear someone said that they had CPP. Or someone had CPP in their bio, but I guess it was just that one mentioned in Jaden's. Okay, I guess not. Okay. When I was in America, I had a friend who was a congenital. I was a brat who didn't really understand, so I kept saying, show me a different personality and do something crazy. Treating like some kind of show, instead of thinking about how he must have felt. I regret it now. No matter how much talent you have, it's never pleasant when people look at you strangely. So, even though Gauntlet Nights have become a shared dream for kids all over the world, almost no one comes out as a CPP. It was all thanks to what remained of stereotypes from the old era, where multiple personalities were treated like something out of the occult or horror genres. That's true. Is that meant to be meta towards Umineko? I mean, granted, Yasu didn't really have multiple personality disorder. It's more like they made personalities. But still, you know, I wasn't the one who started calling myself a super genius. I've been told that since I was very young at the Training Institute. This kid's a super genius with all that parallel processing power despite not being a CPP. Oh, I see. Thinking back on it, maybe all of them were CPPs, not just the friend who came out about it. And I treated that friend like some kind of bizarre animal. Imagining how everyone else must have felt made my chest hurt. Meow. Wait, that's not right. I want to treat you as an individual human being. Would you mind telling me your name? Huh? Meow. Oh, wait, oh. Lilja also. Oh, I'm stupid. If there's a Burncastle fucking parallel, it's with Meow, not with Lilja. I'm stupid. Sound like someone imitating a cat's cry. No, wait, that's not it. Let's see, Meow and Meow, huh? Fuck. What a cute name. Meow, are you a girl? Yeah. Ah, sorry about earlier. I grabbed your shoulder hard. It's no way to treat a girl, right? Forgive me. That's interesting, then. Okay. Now we're getting a fucking Leon parallel! That's really weird. Okay, so Meow is a dude, and Meow is a girl. So, what... Okay. So what are they biologically, then? Is that meant to be part of the mystery? Lovely! Gotta do it again! I mean, everyone refers to Meow as a he. Obviously. But then everyone refers to, I guess, Meow as a girl. That's... I don't know! Okay, whatever. Two personalities with different genders in the same body, huh? And another parallel to frickin' Yasu? Sounds like something you'd find in some old Japanese manga. Okay, that's totally meta, thank you. Wait. I shouldn't be thinking up jokes. No, seriously, I'm so sorry. Don't apologize so much, okay? I shouldn't have run, and I should have told you. Yeah, what should I do? I want to treat you the way you want to be treated. Huh? Ah. If you ask me to forget everything that happened today, I'll forget about you completely by tonight.
If I ever realize I'm seeing you as Meow, I'll pretend I don't know you. Anyway, The way Jaden panicked as he tried his best to be polite must have looked a little humorous. Meow giggled, and Jaden, not realizing why she was laughing, opened his eyes even wider. Thanks. You're nice, Jaden. No, I'm just, If you act so humble, it just makes us more uncomfortable. So really, don't worry about it. And anyway, I've been by your side all this time. If you act so distant, it actually makes me feel lonely. I see. After all, you still exist even when Meow's there. So what about today's training? Hey, I'm a Goblin Knight too. I split the work with Big Brother, checking our surroundings and controlling our posture and stuff. I see. Okay. Interesting. I see! Is that how it was? So you've been my other partner all along. At the word partner, Meow smiled broadly for the first time. Meow was probably the main personality, so Meow's personality always had to be kept hidden away, and it was hard for others to notice it. Jesus. Okay. So I guess anyone watching this in podcast format must be confused. Oh boy. She must have been happy to be recognized as a separate personality. Big Brother, huh? So you're Meow's little sister. My old friend said his personalities were friends with each other. It's brother and sister in our case. There's all sorts depending on the person. So, Meow usually controls your body, but sometimes you put on makeup like a girl and go out at night to have fun like this. Yeah. So, she's been having fun in a part of town far separated from the area Mitake Meow lives in, so that no one who knew her would realize that she's a CPP. Still, it's a bit unsafe for a pretty girl like you to play around in the city at night, don't you think? Sometimes, weird people do try to talk to me. No kidding! A girl this cute walking around without a boyfriend? You'd be crazy if you didn't try to talk to her. As Jaden said this, he gradually turned red, as he would. Just yesterday, he'd thought of this person as a cool partner of the same gender. Now he suddenly had to treat her like a girl, even though this was the same physical body. Except for a little makeup, this was totally Meow. Now I'm feeling kinda hot and sweaty. Meow, next time you come here to have fun, let me know. Huh? Hi, Super Genius Jaden. We'll be your bodyguard and make sure no weirdos come after you. Oh, yeah. I think having a bodyguard would be nice. That body belongs to my two partners, Meow and Meow, so it's only natural that I protect it. Why do I keep turning red? What I'm saying is perfectly normal, right? My partner's body is tiny and it'd suck if some weirdo came after him and hurt him when he was off having fun at night, so I'm offering to stay by his side. There's nothing remotely strange about that. Oh, I get it. It's because of how Meow's face looks. Because you look like that, I can't figure out what to do next. Enough with this weird sweat already. Thanks, Jaden. I'll definitely ask you to do that when the time comes. Sure, send me a Kazuna message whenever you like. Would they ever have been able to talk like this if Jaden had only ever known Meow? The two of them chatted about things they never would have discussed if it had been Meow. Before long, Jaden was gradually beginning to understand. I see. I get it. When Meow was lecturing me, he would always praise me for doing something good at the very end. No matter how small it was, he'd always find something. That was you, wasn't it? Ah. I see. How? Come to think of it, I always thought it was weird that Meow always tore me down, then managed to encourage me at the end. But after talking with you, I'm sure. The person who was always watching me and praising me so I could give it my all was you, Meow. Even though Jaden had met her for the first time today, he could see how much unexpected joy those words gave her. Something twinkled a little near her tightly shut eyes. You're really cool, Jaden. I can't believe you noticed that I was there. Well, of course. I'm still Super Genius Jaden. Yeah, that's super genius. And cool. I know that. I'm always watching from nearby, so I know. But isn't Meow listening to this conversation? Next time I see him, he'll tell me not to be a creep around his sister and beat the crap out of me. Oh, that's okay. When I don't want to be heard, I make sure the door of my heart is shut. Okay. Apparently, privacy between personalities is possible. And she can apparently take her current experiences and memories and either share them with Meow or keep them for herself. Okay, interesting. So if she can do that, can Meow do that then? Should I just call male Meow and female Meow for anyone watching this in a podcast format? Because I'd assume there's probably some people who are only listening rather than just watching, so... I don't know. I mean, you can probably figure it out from context anyways, but still, I don't know. You can tell me if you want me to do that, I guess, in the comments, but if no one mentions it, then I probably won't even do it, so yeah. But anyways, if male Meow, I'll just do it for the rest of this episode just in case. If male Meow can actually do that too, then okay. If he can't, then this female Meow is the main personality. Which might also mean that they're biologically female. Who can tell? So, whatever. We'll probably figure it out eventually. Maybe... Imagine if Caconia reveals even less about the game than Umineko did. Because Umineko never told us the culprit, never told us how the murders happened, never told us the gender of the culprit. Even though now we know they're biologically male. So, yeah. Not like it matters anymore, because we finished Umineko. Granted, there's Umineko Saku, which will come out sooner or later. Thinking about it that way, this is pretty rough. A brother and sister living in the same body. It's only sort of weird. Beyond that, I don't remember much of what we talked about. However, until the sky lit up, I think we kept on talking at random about fun stuff, though I don't remember it well. Guys were another matter, but just before dawn wasn't a very safe time for girls. At that hour, they would sometimes get bugged by guys who had been having fun all night and were weirdly excited. But she said she wanted to secretly go home on her own. Meow was a girl, but the main personality of that body was Meow. I mean, you say that, but... Are they really? I can't tell. It's either that's true or that's not true, so whatever. In other words, people thought of them as a guy. If people knew that Mitake Meow was walking around in makeup like a girl, it would cause Big Brother trouble. If that happened, he'd stop letting me go out to play. Then shouldn't it be the other way around? You walk back home openly with me. If we do bump into someone we know, I'll say this isn't Meow, it's just a girlfriend of mine. I see. Meow's face had gone red as if someone had boiled it. Did I really say something that embarrassing? Apparently Kazuna had interpreted a girlfriend as girlfriend. Pfft. In English, Jaden had only meant that he'd introduced her as a girl he was friends with, but in places that spoke Japanese, the phrase always meant a more long-term, one-on-one romantic relationship. It's okay. I know what you meant. Kazuna translates things weird sometimes, doesn't it? That's really a pain. What a pain. I'll try and find a better Japanese translation patch. No matter how much technology advances, communication really is made up of more than words and text. There's also your eyes, your expression, the atmosphere, smells, your heart beating. All of it makes communication possible. Yeah. If we ever start living in an electronic world, it'll be pretty boring. Kazuna translation mistakes, getting embarrassed and trying to run away, and chasing after people who do that. Every bit of that is a precious part of communication between humans. This ultimate communication tool had broken down all barriers, obviously including language. However, that definitely didn't mean it was better than facing someone and talking to them in person. That cliche, which old cultured people always used to criticize things like that cliche, which old cultured people always used to criticize things like Kazuna, bounced through the minds of the two youths who were both acting embarrassed. In the end, the two of them did return to their lodgings together. Apparently they didn't get a chance to bump into someone they knew and make use of their excuse that they were girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever. That was sweet. That was cool. I liked that. Definitely makes Meow even more of a mystery. There's the Burn Castle, parallels. Oh. When the Caconia stop coming, a country has no future. Thank you, King of Ridicule. Oh, coming, not crowing. Okay, what is a Caconia? What's crying this time? When the Caconia stop coming. I have no idea. Tong. Alright, sick. What are these, like, words around the clock? It looks like Hebrew or something, but it might be Greek. I don't know. Some Eastern European language. Okay. Well, I think for now, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. This was a pretty fun one. We got some neat interactions between, all the guys, which was cool, except for Meow, assuming he's biologically male, which he might be, might not be, who knows. We'll probably figure that out eventually, or at least get clues as to whether or not he's a dude or a chick, so lovely. And of course the stuff with Meow, it was a pretty good episode. I'm really liking Caconia so far. It's definitely got a much stronger start than Umineko did, Jesus. Umineko started so goddamn slow, but this game is starting way faster, and I appreciate that. So with that being said, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. If you liked it, be sure to press the like button, and... Wait, fuck. Oh yeah. Sometimes I forget my outro, so that's fun. If you didn't like it, then fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzy, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!